real quick. I'm not trying to shit in anybody's cereal, but I do want to show a compare contrast, a Venn diagram, if you will, of where boxing or kickboxing, striking arts, and self-defense overlap and where they don't overlap. I know there's people out there who are like, I practice this small joint manipulation system and I can defeat anybody, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, you can't. If somebody makes you have a false belief of self-confidence in your ability to dispatch an enemy and you've never done it, you don't know if you could do it. Just ask a combat vet. All right, anyway, so boxing, kickboxing, whatever, gives you trainability, discipline, helps you work on your diet, gives you sportsmanship, great. It gives you situational awareness, which is key for this, 100%. Gives you fundamental strike technique, also key for this. Strength and conditioning, also key for this. Courage, definitely key for this. But the things that boxing and kickboxing don't teach you are the most important elements of self-defense. When I used to teach this in the Army, I always stressed this stuff because this is the stuff that's going to affect the vast majority of people, but also still affects soldiers when soldiers are on leave. Don't go strange places alone. If you have a battle buddy with you, it's going to reduce the likelihood of you being a target by upwards of 95%. I'm sure there are statistics. It might even be higher than that. But just experientially, if you have at least one capable person with you, now you're reducing the likelihood of you becoming a target. Number 2, don't go bad places. I know some of you really like to hang out in some bad places. Stop doing that. If you want to have a rigorous platform of self-defense, not going places where people regularly get shot and stabbed should be at the top of your ordo condescendi of good decision making. And if it's not, I urge you to reconsider the way you're living your life. Next, always let someone know where you are. You should ideally have somebody with you, but I understand that that's not always feasible. If you don't have somebody with you, you need to let somebody know where you're gonna be. And I know you're gonna be like, I don't need to do that. I'm a big tough guy. Well, big tough guys could be really stupid. And that would be an instance of being a big tough guy and being really stupid. So instead of being really stupid, just let somebody know where you are in case you don't come back when you're supposed to. All right, this is gonna be contentious. I know there's going to be a lot of fat guys out there in 5'11" tactical pants. They're going to be like, they're going to argue with me. I don't care. Only keep a weapon you train with daily. If you haven't worked on drawing that thing, that rusty cod piece that you keep hanging on your belt on a coat hanger, if you haven't used it every day, if you haven't practiced drawing, if you haven't practiced weapon retention, if you haven't practiced firing in compromised positions, I don't want you shooting wildly at an assailant when I'm sitting at the bar trying to have a beer. Yeah, you don't like it. That's fine. I don't care. If you have a weapon, train with it and train with it correctly. You know what that means. And if you don't know what that means, hit me up in the comments. Next, never leave your drink unattended. I know I only have less than 2% female viewership, but men are less likely to be targets of date rape, drugs. But men should also be practicing this. Just finish your drink before you go to the bathroom. Order another one when you get back. It's not only about fear of sexual assault. It's any myriad of other types of things, especially in parts of the world where kidnapping are more common. Just don't leave your drink unattended, right? If you got your battle buddy with you, if it's somebody you've known for a while that you trust, sure, leave it with them. Otherwise, just finish it before you go to the bathroom, right? Gives you an excuse to grab another beer, but don't drink and drive. Lastly, wear a money belt. And I don't mean like actually get one of those funny money belts. You can. But more importantly, I mean, have some extra cash and your ID someplace where it's way less likely to get pickpocketed. Whether it's in your shoe or you have those funny underwear that you normally put a cup in. You know, you could put money in there. don't just whip it out when you're at the bar, obviously, but like having a different place to put money or having money in more than one location can definitely be a lifesaver, especially if you're in a foreign country and you don't know what the pickpocketing situation is like. Italy, a lot of people get pickpocketed in Italy, particularly in Rome. Why? Because it's a high tourist area. So I know a lot of this is quote unquote common sense, but the problem with common sense is it's uncommon. So there is definitely an overlap between these two things, but just because you're good at one doesn't mean you're good at the other. And that's the thing that you need to consider. Thanks for watching.